There we are. Spontaneous show, 2:30 p.m. East, 2:38. We let Tony and John finish their show. Great show. We move into this show. Spontaneous show for us. And the kings of content. You don't need to tell us how to do it. We know how to do it, right? Plus, you're winners. We're winners. You're a winner. That straw's a winner. The dog's a winner.
I apologize for Mateo in advance. He is completely torn up this house with my wife gone.
I'm fired up today. Multiple reasons, but here we are.
Are you beer bonging?
I don't know what that is. I think it's someone's catheter. Take a swig, baby. It's Hunter Lemke's catheter. Don't spit it out.
It's the jizz straight in.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's go right into it today. No BS. This is brought to you in color. We're by RCA Color. We've colorized this show now. It used to be in black and white. Actually, it'd be kind of cool to do it in black and white, Mark.
Did you see VIP post in chat? He was at like the steakhouse and they had the games on, and it was all black and white because it's like this old school steakhouse.
I love it.
I did see that.
I thought it was kind of cool.
I mean, I love our throwback style with the content that we're doing now on YouTube covers, and just wait for it to be stolen like every fucking thing else. I am fired up today, boys. Fired up.
Are you fired up for your Bengals? Because they're pretty dead.
I get fired up, and then Mark always kicks me in the sack right beforehand because he hates Bengals. He hates Joe Burrow.
I don't hate the Bengals or Joe Burrow. I think you guys are just massively overrated. And then you all talk about it, and it's like, fuck.
Here's what I said today at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. I said, I think the Bengals have the most at stake. And before I even had that out, you said, nope. They suck. They're going to lose, or Denver's going to win.
Denver's going to win. The team with the most at stake is Baltimore.
Your guy's camera position is throwing me off. Oh, yeah, you're right. Mark has to go down here. I have to go over here.
There we go.
Is that better, Brandon Baker?
It's better for
Can I make someone happy today, Brandon? Are you not happy too? Signed everyone in my life. What's the score today then, boys? Let's go to game one, Baltimore, Cleveland.
34-3.
Cleveland?
33 to what, 10?
I don't think Cleveland scores a touchdown.
Yeah. I mean,
it could be
I have
Baltimore.
I have Baltimore and under.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you really hate Cleveland.
Like,
how many
hate Cleveland.
I know you don't play 5-1s. How many 5-1s do you have?
A lot.
In Showdown.
A lot.
Like half?
It's a lot, yeah.
And that's rare for you, Marcus.
I don't think I have any lineup that has more than 3 Browns.
What makes it even more tilted toward the 5-1s is that you can't play the Brown quarterbacks. Yeah.
You can play Bailey Zappi.
I don't think you could play the Browns players. It's like the Saints when they went to Green Bay. I mean, could you play
like you can play the running back. You play
DeAndre Foreman, maybe,
and Akins.
Yeah.
I think you can play Zappi. I think you can play Zappi Showdown.
I'm not playing Zappi.
Are we talking classic or are we talking the?
Well, I mean,
I was talking Showdown.
Play Deontay Foreman and Akins and the receivers. In Showdown, it's less, but you could. I think Akins is the obvious pick.
Okay.
For your one, like if you're playing a 5-1, play Akins from Cleveland.
Do you want to just focus on the classic slate?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. What Cleveland Browns are you playing in a classic slate in a 3-point game for Cleveland?
Deontay Foreman, Judy. I've got 15% Elijah Moore, and then Akins. I have 50%.
It's a lot of Akins.
He's cheap, and shitty quarterbacks tend to throw it to their tight end when they're desperate.
I think it's a good tight end slate, though. Andrews.
My tight end allocation, I can look right here. For double, I have over half double tight end lineups.
Correct.
Yeah,
I feel like we always end up that way on 2 gamers, just because you're kind of forced to.
I'm petting your dog.
Cards are just so cheap.
Boy.
You know, you're already kind of backed into a corner.
Wiley, you don't see what he's trying to get.
I'm going to give him a treat.
He's trying to get a leaf from this plant.
Here you go, bud. Here you go. Grab the treat. Grab the treat. There you go.
You're already kind of backed into a corner salary-wise to where I think that the best quarterback choice is Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
So playing the double cheap tight end is another way to get everything you want.
Yeah.
Because you're not like it's also rare that you are kind of forced to play the expensive defense. And you're kind of forced to play the expensive defense here. My highest owned player in Classic is Ravens DST.
Yes.
Here's
the thought, and we talked about this in our chat earlier, pre-production show, that Baltimore wins and they win the division. Baltimore loses, they won't. Pittsburgh wins the division. Baltimore wins, then what's Pittsburgh's motivation on the afternoon slate? Like Baltimore
to not go to Buffalo.
And also to beat the Bengals, which they just love doing.
Tomlin's not one that's going to fucking lay down either.
Correct.
No, they don't want to go to Buffalo.
Correct.
And they want to knock Cincy out.
So
they 100% want to win this game.
The Steelers can win in Houston. The Steelers cannot win in Buffalo.
Correct.
I don't think there's very few teams in the league that can win in Buffalo.
Right.
I think
so. The question is, Lamar's not going to be highly owned as highly as a Russell Wilson. But
you think
Lamar's,
so? I don't know. I think
that everyone kind of fades Lamar today and goes Henry. And everyone,
I think Lamar's 20% to. Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
I've got like the three of them. Like I have Russ a little more, but it's kind of like 40%, 30%, 30% on Russ, Burrow, and Jackson.
I have it super even too. I just think that Burrow is going to be the mega chop.
So Baltimore's scoring 30 plus points, and
he's also thrown 3 touchdowns. What, a zillion weeks in a row?
Yeah, but the Steelers don't suck.
No, they don't. But people also don't want to play Lamar, and they want to play Derrick Henry,
and they don't want to play Russ. I get it.
And they don't want to play Russ, and you can't play Brown.
Yeah, I think that the best, build archetype is Russ, and then all the expensive players with the double cheap tight end.
Mateo likes that.
So you go Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, just straight down the Pickens, just straight down the line, all the top guys.
Why not Lamar? If they got to score 34 points,
8,000.
Huh?
He's 8,000.
Mm-hmm.
And Russ is 5,300. It's a massive gap. He would have to beat Russ by 10, 15 at least.
10, 15, right. Okay, so
and don't get me wrong, like I played a lot of Lamar, but like I if I'm gun to my head one build, I'm playing Russ.
Okay. Windy, cold, snowy. Bengals defense has been better. You've got to admit that. Bengals defense has been better the last 4 weeks. Must-win situation for Cincinnati. Like to win situation for Pittsburgh because they're in. And then you've got 30-point side, which is definitely going to get there for Baltimore against laydown Cleveland. And I can see it that Lamar gets 33 points and Russell Wilson gets 17.
Of course. But here's what I'm telling you. That still might not be enough.
Yes. He put up 30 against Cincinnati. This is a different Cincinnati team. Even Mark can admit that now than it was then.
I will say this. I bet Cincinnati in that game and lost. I'm betting Cincinnati again in this game.
And we'll lose.
So, but yeah, I mean, as far as like a prediction for a score on that game, like 31-27 Cincinnati.
So you like a big score?
Yeah, I think the early game goes under and the late game goes over.
So you're just going to be massively under on the Browns pretty much everywhere.
Other than Akins. And Foreman.
Mm-hmm. But still not a lot of those guys, right?
I have Akins like half.
What's his price? 20 stone min?
He's $3K.
What do you have it projected at?
8.
Yeah, see, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
What
4 for 40?
I mean, it's doable. I think
3 for 30 with touchdown upside. Like
I think it's better if Zappy plays. I think that at least one of these Browns guys can get there in garbage time. Like there's a decent chance that, the Ravens yank everyone. And for those in chat saying like, oh, Lamar and Henry are going to sit. Yeah, they likely sit, but who's doing the damage before they sit?
Yeah.
It's a 2-game slate.
They're not sitting for shit until that game is done and bagged.
Yeah.
It's going to be, it would have to be what? 4 to 5 touchdown game
at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Correct. Absolutely.
And Lamar already has 35 points at that point.
Exactly. I mean, Keaton Mitchell becomes a situation, for trash time.
Keaton Mitchell, I don't have any. I have him in Showdown some, but
I got a lot in Showdown.
Showdown, I ended up 10%. Main slate, I've only got 5 running backs, just Herbert, Henry, Foreman, and then the 2 Steelers guys.
The best spot for tight end on the slate, according to Stats' positional matchups, is Baltimore tight end. Well, tight end is going to be Baltimore. I think Andrews is going to be pushed out for Freiermuth and your dog Gesicki. I think Andrews is a good play. Likely, I think is underprojected and in that 3K range with Akins, and no, not owned. So I think there's opportunity on the Baltimore side. Even Bateman, not owned. I know ownership is not a big deal to you, but Bateman's cheap. No one's going to play him. I mean, if they're putting up 35 points, 38 points, over 30 points, where's it coming from? Who is getting it? Who's getting the touchdown?
Would you make a rule of minimum Ravens today?
You don't have to, because it's going to put the
you're gonna end up with a zillion anyways.
I don't think you want those 6-man Ravens teams. Not that can't win, but I'm typically averse to that kind of thing. I capped it at 5, and that includes the defense. So naturally, I'm getting a little less on Andrews and Likely. I'm around 20% on both, but again, like all my lineups are double tight end almost. It's like I just looked at it again. It's like almost 80%.
Yeah. I agree with that, Mark. I like that.
Because you want to play Jamar Chase in like every lineup. You want to play Herbert. You want to play as much of the expensive quarterbacks as you can. Mm-hmm. You want to play the Ravens defense. You want to play Henry. The only way to do that is to double punt tight end and play Russell Wilson.
Because Andrews is good for a 14. Freiermuth can certainly get there. The Bengals still cannot defend a tight end. Freiermuth had a big game last game against the Bengals, and he's been trending up. And then you've got who's team 3? Gesicki, your dog, right? You're drinking some Gesicki jizz right now.
Gesicki is a dog.
He's a dog. He's 5 for 55 before he even gets started.
Gesicki, Akins does not have that bad of a prop, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
What's his prop?
Nut in your face prop.
It's like 3.5 for 30. It's pretty good.
Oh, Wiley putting on a new hat. Hold on, let me show everybody my new hat. There we go.
I love that.
I like Memphis.
There we go.
Is that sort of like this? I like Memphis.
I was wondering that when I got it. I actually do like Memphis. I like living here. It's great.
Do you?
People love shitting on it, but this is
I'm
a wonderful
glad.
place.
The South is great.
I know. I lived in the North so long, I forgot how much better the South is.
Yeah.
After we bet Ole Miss earlier today,
Ole Miss and Kentucky and UK
and Kentucky, and we had Cincinnati with Boynton's picks. I tailed them.
Kentucky men's basketball.
Yeah, they beat.
That was an electric game.
106 to 100.
They're dogs, man.
Well, Florida was undefeated too.
Yep.
What was I saying? Oh, I didn't know why.
Can we just state for the fact?
I didn't know what
an
Ole Miss was.
What?
Can we just state for the fact that Bryce?
I was born in Virginia. Virginia's south of the Mason-Dixon line.
Mark,
he's right.
Okay, fine.
Robert,
you were born in Nova Scotia, whatever.
I was hoping you would remember
Edward
that.
Island, Canada, the Yukon Territory.
I was born in the Inuit territory. Yes,
that's where you get the red glow from.
That's right. I get red glow for not taking my blood pressure medication and being very angry. But I'm like, you know what? It'll play well with energy on the show.
You're welcome. That was a crazy play they ran at the end. They were the first team I've seen run the fake tush push.
Who's this?
Oh,
Minnesota
football.
To clinch the game.
We'll go back to this hat.
They ran the fake tush push, and then he faked in and lobbed it over the top to clinch the game.
And it wasn't even that open. It was a really good pass. The guy covered him. I was expecting him to be running down the field with no one on him.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. Okay. Let's go to Baltimore 4 touchdowns. Who's getting the touchdowns? That's
Lamar, Henry. What?
Derrick
Zay
Henry.
Flowers, and a tight end.
Derrick Henry. The defense.
The defense.
Oh, I like that. I do like
the
that.
defense. I'm concerned in Showdown. I only have Lamar and Henry at captain, and I'm concerned. Do I need to put the defense at captain in case they get 35?
I put the defense at captain.
It's totally on the table.
I didn't end up with a ton of it.
God knows how long. Thompson Robinson is terrible.
Terrible. Go ahead.
What, the only guy you're spending on from the Bengals, if you're not playing Zappy, is Judy. I think you talked me out of Zappy as well.
This guy that's he's questionable, but I think he's going to play. What's his fucking name? Third wide receiver. I think Scott, maybe? Woods. Sorry, Woods. I was thinking Mike Scott, the basketball player. Mike Woods. I have him some just because he's so cheap.
Mike Woods should play.
Yeah.
We'll have inactives here for you in 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
The thing with the Baltimore game is there's a 20-mile-an-hour consistent wind in Baltimore. No snow. Cool, cold, windy. In Pittsburgh, it's snow and it's windy and cold. I think there's a chance that the Baltimore games, and I can see this setting up for a cutting clip next week when we're right. Baltimore game, smash, 30+ to 0-3, something like that. I agree with Mark, and I agree with you, Bryce. And I think the Pittsburgh game could be lower scoring. Henry to the moon, possibly. I think Lamar has a smash game. And I think he becomes viable against a cheap quarterback.
The issue there is the Bengals defense sucks ass.
I wish you would have said, because I don't take myself seriously. I wish you said the issue there is you suck.
You suck. No, the Bengals defense sucks ass and their offense is real good. That's the problem with predicting any Bengals game low scoring.
The Bengals, looking against Denver, are a little better early on defense. A little.
Is it bad process to let the result of this Cincinnati basketball game determine how much I like the Bengals today and the city of Cincinnati as a whole?
Yes.
Okay, because if Cincinnati loses this basketball game, our good friend Steve Boynton was wrong. I am totally out on the Bengals. But if they win...
Hey, what about Northern Kentucky? Northern Kentucky was playing Doug Gottlieb shit boys, Wisconsin, Green Bay. Hold on.
How much would you be up if you were betting against Gottlieb every game?
No, they covered again. Northern Kentucky beat them by 18.
You would have... They lost to what? Michigan Tech?
They're so bad. And Doug Gottlieb is such a shit fuck.
I hate Doug Gottlieb.
Doug Gottlieb is the easiest person to hate too.
That's what I'm saying. These corporate tooth breathers who got the luck of being on a network and everyone believes their content is good, fuck you. That's not going to happen anymore, my dude. It's toxic shit.
He's
Doug
like
Gottlieb's criminal. Yes, Doug Gottlieb's
he's
criminal.
He's a credit card thief.
He's like Darren Rovell, if Rovell was a little cooler and more of a scumbag.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're on a network now? Great. Who are you? Bozo Jones?
I just don't know who would go want to play for Doug Gottlieb. Do you think you're going to be on TV more?
No. You know,
what's the recruiting pitch?
Well, he's in Wisconsin, Green Bay. It's all those fucking what's the dude who killed the two people and then got away?
Here we go, baby.
Kyle, whatever the fuck. Kyle Rittenhouse. If you're from Oshkosh or whatever the fuck, and you're some random white dude who sucks and can't play D1, then you go play for Doug Gottlieb.
Which is half of America.
If you're Tony Niehaus, you go play for Doug Gottlieb.
I think you could have played for Doug Gottlieb, Mark.
I could have played for Doug Gottlieb.
All right. This is the pause time while we.
Yeah, I was looking for inactives, but they're not.
No, I was looking for your soccer bet. That's where you inject that when the thing goes silent. I'm looking for. Oh yeah.
He's just beer. Is that White Claw or water?
What do you think? What is your thought, Bryce?
White Claw.
Thank you.
Always.
Okay. There's my native builds right here.
That's straight Gesicki cum right there.
All right, here's my take. No one on Cleveland. No one. Not even the defense. Nothing. Just
no, fuck you. Akins is a good play.
At 3K?
He's good.
Play likely more.
No.
They're going to score 0, Mark. You need touchdowns to be relevant. You need to be Justin Watson.
So 40. Okay, so if the total's 41, the spread's 20, the projected score is.
All right, we need a bet on this.
10. Yeah, they're projected to score a touchdown. The Browns are projected to score a touchdown.
Okay, I'll do this.
Do likely fantasy points over Akins.
I think Foreman will score.
Foreman is the most likely by far.
Foreman, yeah, it's either Foreman or Akins. And Akins, listen, Akins could get 6 and be nutted.
Does Cleveland have a draft narrative here by losing? Do they really?
The players don't give a fuck about that.
I know they don't. I'm just saying. Neither does murdering someone 20 years ago play, but we talk about it.
Dude.
Well, the thing is that we say this all the time. If these guys are out there playing, they're going to play their ass off.
Absolutely.
Because they're playing to put on tape.
Yeah,
like
Zappy is
do you think Michael Woods doesn't want reps today?
That's what I'm saying about Kansas City tomorrow. Or
not? He wants reps.
I'm saying about the Chiefs tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
The thing about the Chiefs tomorrow is they're playing the fucking Broncos. They're gonna fucking lose.
Who lost to your Bengals, who you hate?
Cleveland currently has the 3 seed. For those who care, there are 4 teams at 3 and 13.
Yeah, I gotta take a pill. I'm getting a little heated.
Here's an interesting. If this is true, I don't know, but I remember vividly when I was first like early on when I was betting for a living, there was a 26-point spread. Peyton Manning when he was first on the Broncos against the Jaguars, and he threw like 2 pick sixes off the rip, and the Jaguars almost won. Like these guys are trying.
Yeah.
Yes, they're 100% trying. I mean, they're playing for jobs.
I think the Saints were trying against Green Bay. They just couldn't move the ball past.
Well, Spencer Rattler, yeah, he sucks. But Green Bay also has a better defense than Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore's defense is coming around.
It's coming around, but they're still not as good as Green Bay.
All right, Michael Woods is also inactive today.
Inactive?
Still
inactive.
Play him. Gutless. You play him.
All right.
Justice Hill is inactive.
Justice Hill.
Let me ask you something about your showdown lineups or even your classic build. The 3K retaliation against Akins. What about Devontae Walker? Or am I living high off the 1 touchdown from 3 weeks?
You're high.
Okay, thank you.
I do think Tez Walker is a good football player. He was an absolute animal in college.
What
college? For those of you who want to bet on talent.
What college?
North Carolina.
I know. Yes.
But he went to like 5 different colleges.
Where did he go before that?
Okay.
Delaware.
You know the answer?
No. I know the answer.
This is for a DraftKings hat.
Brady McFootball got it right.
Brady, you can't win every week.
Kent State.
Yeah, well, you read it off the screen when I said Brady got it right.
Kent State.
He was an absolute animal at Kent State.
You know what?
We play every single max slate.
And Wiley, here's our narrative.
There we go.
You know what happened at Kent State in the 70s?
Yes. Not
a
good.
massacre.
Yes.
There was a murder. There was a group of murders there at Kent State. Devontae Walker murder narrative.
Right. And where did his parents go to school at the time? I don't know either, but still, you got to conclude it in this narrative. And Wiley gets high off cigs.
Everybody gets high off cigs. Dude, if I eat a Zyn, it's like gets me more fucked up than drugs.
Yeah, I need
got
to
to
quit.
smoke consistently to not get some sort of buzz off a cigarette.
I smoke far too much.
Excuse me?
Vape. I don't smoke cigarettes or weed.
I thought you did that one time in Louisville when you had your laptop.
Oh yeah, I
trash
smoke
can.
cigarettes. Dude, of course, everybody smokes cigarettes sometimes.
Oh, I'll smoke cigs if they're like around, but
Okay.
I'm not like carrying around a pack of
like-
Marlboros.
I guarantee I will.
You're
burn-
better than me.
I'm going to Vegas tomorrow. Guaranteed, I'm burning at least 20 cigarettes in
Absolutely.
this week.
Okay.
I've seen
Move
you
on.
do it.
Who's your super high on play for the Baltimore side? I'm going to say Mark Andrews from absolutely down.
All of you fucking keying. Hold on. All of you keying on my semantics about eating Zyn. Shut the fuck up. I meant put a Zyn in your mouth.
Oh, it's like I hate.
You're thinking
I
I'm like
hate-
eating that shit.
Joe Cole, you know better. It's like hitting a putt.
Yeah,
People
he's
say it's
being a
not hitting a
cocksucker.
putt;
No,
it's making a
he's
putt.
being a cocksucker.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Sully
By the
would
way,
be on
where's
your
the
ass
Zyn
about
factory,
tobacco
Mark?
lingo.
Where is
This
the
is-
Zyn factory?
This is the big deal right here.
I think Thrash is a good play.
James Prochet revenge game.
Right.
Just saying.
I mean, him and Thrash could both have decent games.
Yeah. So
I mean,
time
one
to
of these
rerun
guys probably
everything.
has good
Fucking
guys.
Yeah.
I don't think it affects the main slate quite as much as like
It doesn't,
Showdown.
but I did have Mike Woods like 10%.
That's good.
Yeah.
And where did James Prochet go to college? 5,
Two.
4, 3, 2,
SMU.
1. Right.
I already said it.
Southern Methodist.
I don't listen to you.
And the killer at Kent State was Methodist.
Methodist. Methodist.
Was that your
Right.
circle?
No, this is the.
And I listen, I am also
It's-
culturally Methodist. There you go.
Okay.
There's another link.
There's another link.
Yes, my parents are Methodist. My whole family's Methodist.
Okay. Mark Andrews play the day for the Baltimore side. No one's going to play him. 14 points before you even know it. Thank you. All right. Bengals game, Steelers game. I'm lower on the score here. I'm just saying.
I think both defenses have improved, especially the Ravens.
No, he's talking about the late game, dude.
Yeah.
Especially between
all
the Ravens and the
defenses have
Bengals.
improved.
I think, or offenses have gotten worse. Probably a little bit both.
Yes. I am
Wiley's a communist. Yes, he is.
A communist. No, not a communist. A communist.
People.
live in a
Wiley wants
commune.
people to think that he's from Canada when he's actually from Russia.
Yep.
And was part
Thanks,
of the
thanks for
Red Army.
telling me what my own goals are. The goal is to look like a homeless man. That's the whole point.
It's the whole
His
point.
wife tells
I
him.
didn't. I
His
did
wife
not
tells him
cut
the
my
same thing.
hair. I did not cut my hair or shave the entire fucking season. And what happened last week? I won $1 million. It worked.
Correct. Correct.
My beard is gone as of tomorrow.
I'm pretty upset about that, by the way.
You're not going to the end of the Super Bowl?
Yeah. He shaved
No.
it already.
You coward
Shit.
bitch.
I'm doing this posh wedding in London. I think you have to shave. It's like you're on the Yankees.
I have to meet a bunch of my wife's coworkers, and I'm just going to look like this out in
Well,
Vegas.
People think you're like this crazy gambling guy, so like
Can you leave
wizard.
a comb in it? Like just have a stick of comb
No,
in
no, no.
Can you wear a Gandalf hat?
I should.
it? Wear a wizard hat.
Yeah.
Yes, please wear a
And
wizard
like a
hat.
Come on.
robe and walk in and be like, "Hi guys." Talking.
Why are you winning so much in blackjack? You like take off the wizard hat and like have
Yeah.
to show it to the
Yeah.
Yes.
show it to the dealer and
And
the
then
pit
just
boss.
be like, let me tell you why.
When I double down on 12, I get patted down.
Yeah, your hat gets clumped together.
Can you be diabetic? Can you be diabetic? No, that's
Listen,
strict.
I only have pre-diabetes right now. Okay, calm
No,
down.
he meant Mark Andrews.
No.
No,
I thought
those
he
two
was
things
talking
are-
about me.
no.
No, he said it's Mark Andrews Methodist. I said yes.
I thought he was talking about me.
No, they're mutually exclusive.
Yeah, there's no diabetics at SMU. You can quote that. We'll make a shirt. Okay. All right. Bengals Steelers game. What's the total, Marcus?
48.5.
48. Spread is
2.5.
2.5.
I just flipped the camera off. I hope I don't get our account banned. I thought it was 1.
The question is Chase Brown, does he play? And if he does play,
No, he's not playing.
Okay. That answers that question. Thank you. So we talk about Khalil Herbert then. 5,100 Khalil Herbert. Gotta like that.
It's a play.
It's a
I
play.
like Khalil Herbert. He's my second highest player behind Ravens defense.
In fact, I like all 3 running backs, including both Steelers running backs, Harris and Warren.
They're definitely like on the table. I don't have them a ton because Russ. I'm gonna let Russ cook.
They ripped the Bengals a new one last time out. Najee Harris put up 29, I think. Warren's getting
that's
more
because the Bengals defense is terrible.
They're terrible against the run. Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
No, also the pass.
Hmm?
They're also terrible against the pass.
Mark, I want you to rewind your brain to the showdown slate with Cincinnati, Denver. Okay. You remember how frustrated we were? Jaleel McLaughlin, Javonte, they took it all the way down the field and they kicked the field goal.
Yeah.
Like, just run that fucker in.
Yeah.
The Bengals can't stop shit in the run. Nothing.
Yeah.
Look at that tiny hand. Who's tiny hand, John Gotti?
Mark has tiny hands.
John Gotti. And it's a picture of John Gotti.
Okay, just agree with him then. You don't want to mess with that guy.
I got the. What is it me? Do I have the Trump hands?
Where's our John when you need him?
The
like
tiny
just pop
Trump
off
hands?
a John Gotti story.
Yeah.
Oh. Hold on.
You're looking at the screen when you do it. You can look at the straw.
Mm-hmm.
What's your projection for Herbert, Bryce?
Khalil Herbert, I have at no more than that.
15.
That's a lot.
I was going to say 14.8.
All right, so it's a touchdown.
Yep. I can't. No, it's McDonald's hands. If you have Burger King hands, you can hold the Whopper. McDonald's hands, you can't. You can't hold the Whopper. Guys, can we go to McDonald's? You remember? Yeah.
Keep going. I'll get through it.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. I have these tiny hands. I can't eat a Whopper.
I don't remember that. I'm from Russia.
Oh, it was a great ad. It was a fucking great ad.
Okay. On the Bengals side, Gesicki, your dog, 3,600, 9-point projection for me. That's without a touchdown.
Gesicki is a dog. I got him like 40%.
Is there a case where you fade Chase and go Higgins and Yoshibath?
No.
Together. Okay.
I mean, I could play all 3 of them, but I have Chase like 80%.
I see Yoshibath getting a touchdown.
That's racist.
It's not.
Isn't it? Wouldn't it be racist to have him not scoring?
Yeah, and wouldn't it be racist if he was a race? What isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. It's racist to have him scoring.
Okay.
I don't think the white guys are scoring.
Okay.
I don't think he's white.
Is he not white? His name is Andre with an I.
EI.
He went to Princeton. No, he's from Japan, dude. He was born in Tokyo.
So yes, Mark is being.
So he's
racist.
half white.
Don't do what Roto Grinders does. By the way,
I will not do what Roto Grinders did this morning.
Thank you. I thought I saw like just an instant reflex, and I was like,
no.
Okay. Jamar Chase, your projection, Bryce?
100.
69. An actual projection? Like
Correct.
what?
25.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 100-yard game. 700 and
700 in the tutty.
23, 26.
He's going to do what he does every game.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think there's a case to fade Chase. I think you could maybe fade Henry because I do like these cheap running backs. 24.2 for Daniels. How do you get there, Daniels? You just can't throw out a number. What do you do? What are you doing to get there?
Good projection.
It's a good
I think
projection.
if you're making a team, I think the first 3 people to put in your lineup would be like Henry, Chase, and the Ravens defense is like the easy way to start your build. And then, you kind of get into why Mark likes Russell Wilson so much looking at that, because it's like you're probably not going to play Lamar with them, even though that could be on the winner. It's more of like a deep, like, oh, you're trying to beat 100,000 people as opposed to like 100 people type of play. So then you're going to choose one of Burrow or Russ, and, Russ is cheaper. You'll probably put Khalil Herbert on there.
Aguilar had a big game against Cleveland last time out. It's Rashad Bateman season plan. Sub 5K. I think you go 6, 122 and a field goal for Chase.
How do you feel about Burton?
Just the fact that when they drafted him and Zach Taylor was so excited they got Jermaine Burton, who's in prison now.
He's in prison now.
Have you read what he did? I mean,
what'd he do?
There's a police report. He's evicted from his apartment, first of all. But there's also a police report I read this morning about 5 a.m. that I think that it's an abuse situation. So he didn't follow them to Pittsburgh on the plane. So it's bad.
Was he abusing himself for blowing all of his money at the slot machine?
At the Jack's Casino in Cincinnati?
Like a whip thing?
Yes. Can confirm he's in prison. There you go, Sammy K. Yeah.
Can confirm he's in prison.
Samuel K is our beat writer. He's on the ground in Cincinnati.
On the ground. He's at the prison.
From now on, anything Samuel.
He looks like a reporter. He looks like a reporter. He looks like a reporter.
In fact,
can confirm.
Is it
I trust him. I trust that face. I trust that face.
Yes. Okay.
I need more drinks on the show. The longer the straw gets.
Okay. That's breaking from Sam Conkey. Jay Burton is in prison. Okay. You need more drinks, Bryce?
I mean, Mark is just gonna be drinking half of the show by the end of this bit, so I think I might have to. I need a beer helmet. I could definitely use a beer helmet.
Thanks, John Gotti. You know who else is in fucking prison? You.
No, he's dead. He's dead. John, I love your stories. Don't kill me. All right, the Pittsburgh side. Freiermuth seems like a stone lock.
Who?
Freiermuth.
Yeah, he's my second highest tight end behind Jordan Akins.
You like him more than Gesicki?
Yeah. I have him the same projection as Andrews, and he's cheaper.
Interesting.
Wow, this is a hot take, Bryce. How do you feel about this?
I should dox.
I think that makes him. I think that makes him more of an Italian.
I was gonna say there are a lot of dead Italians.
Steven Yeager's absolutely nuking right now, and we need that. PGA Tour.
Yeager is?
Yeah, he was in
my Eskimo brother, Steven Yeager.
What do you mean?
We dated the same girl. I've told this story before.
No, it was definitely someone else.
No, it's Steven Yeager.
No, it was a basketball player.
Well, him too. And Zaza. That's two different girls. But yeah, no, Steven Yeager and Zaza Pachulia. Also Freddie Freeman.
That was it, Freddie Freeman. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've never heard the Yeager story.
That thing, like all the homies are Eskimo brothers with Freddie Freeman.
What is your Yeager story?
No. Like we just dated the same girl. That's it. I don't know him.
But where did Yeager go to college?
No, she went to high school with him.
Oh, okay. She like you better?
Yeah, obviously.
JBC dates a lot of toss-ups. I don't know what that means.
What does the toss-up mean?
I don't know.
His wife is way cooler than him. Just letting
I was
everyone
sort of by tangentially talking to his wife on a speakerphone the other day with Mark, and she seemed really nice.
She is. She's a wonderful person, and Mark is Mark.
She was pissed about the DraftKings credit card rule, which
you should
I'm
be.
also pissed.
DraftKings partner though.
Brought to you by DraftKings.
Brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings Pick Six.
Coming up. You see the ghost just fly by my back?
I thought you were bringing in another ladder today. What happened to that?
I will. I am. I'm going to. They're never leaving this set.
You need a step ladder, like a little midgie ladder.
I will. They're never leaving this set. Ever. Okay. Does anyone have any Brown lean plays?
I don't think he's playing.
I don't think he's playing. A high ankle sprain for Chase Brown, who's,
and he plays running back. It's like they traded for Herbert for this reason. Herbert was traded for this reason.
Yeah. They're real low. I mean, you're going to get to Travion Williams season if something goes down with Herbert. Charlie Kolar, Zappy, Aguilar inactive. Yes, that's got to do something. I said Rashad Bateman, no one playing. They'll play now, but
who else does it help? Like Tylen Wallace, probably not enough to make him playable.
Tez, SMU, Methodist,
Murder, Kent State,
Mark Andrews, hates diabetics. Thank you. Draw the triangle. Thank you, Ryan Schnabel. Where's Conkey? Where's Conkey with more late-breaking news on the ground? He needs a clipboard and a
I think that's Kinky.
Kinky? Oh, Kinky. Sam Kinky.
Sam Kinky.
I know everyone sort of ruled him out as a
no, I've got him like 20%.
Yeah, I put him his projection's low. I thought, okay, I'll have to manually force this up. There you go. 580. Who gets 580 in one pure chaos? That's a big line.
I'm not Isaiah Likely.
19. 581 for Likely? Wow. That is a slate killer. That's a Justin Watson line. Okay. Do you like both running backs, Bryce? Steelers side?
I prefer.
Keep in mind, Bryce is a Steelers fan, so he's biased.
Excuse me?
Bryce is a Steelers fan.
I prefer their passing game, and I slightly prefer Najee.
How did Wiley not know that you were a Steelers fan?
I don't listen to anything you guys say.
Both my parents were born in Pittsburgh, grew up big Steelers, Pirates fan. Don't really care anymore. Though when I was starting out in DFS, it aligned very well because Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown were just the stone nuts every week. You would just play them together and no one else would.
AB,
by the way,
the
guy who has skirted the most insane tweet of the year is Le'Veon Bell. I mean, just telling you, do the research on this.
Yes, that was nuts.
Nuts.
Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown, both the most CTE.
Oh, look, it's RDJ, Bryce. Remember what we were talking about the other day?
Yeah.
Burner.
Wiggins doesn't even play cash anymore.
No, he doesn't.
He quit.
He plays FanDuel.
RDJ.
John Gotti's right. My new goal is to win Cracker of the Day at some point.
Sunjai, Eagle, and streaking. Let is go.
No, we hate
Hung
that.
Jae.
We hate Sung JM.
Hung Jae.
Fuck that. All right. You know what we need to do, Wiley.
Any more questions here? Oh, yeah. The last thing is George Pickens. We'll get out of here.
No, we have to,
What? You want to
ride the snake.
Okay, let's go. Wait, I'm not set up.
Then you shouldn't be afraid to ride the snake. Ride the snake.
I don't know how we do this for a classic build, but the rules are simple. Pick 3 of your favorite plays.
Who's up first?
Or do we go by position? One for each position, skill position.
All right.
I like that.
All right. Bryce?
Joe Burrow.
Russ.
Lamar. I'll go running back. Jalen Warren.
Herbert.
Derrick Henry.
Wide receiver.
Jamar Chase.
Chase.
No dupes. I'll go Chase. Tight end.
Jordan Akins.
Well, no. I'm going Andrews. I love Frymuth, though, in flex.
Jordan Akins.
Frymuth.
Flex.
Khalil Herbert.
Frymuth.
Frymuth. There we go.
We don't really need to do the defense.
No, it's obvious.
Pick six.
Pick six. We do need a pick six. Let's go. dkng.co/RPS. RPS code $5 for your first deposit. You get $50 out. Pick six. NFL. Bryce, you lead off, or anyone lead off. I don't care. Chase Brown is still up there for a prop. If he doesn't start,
that'll get voided if he doesn't play.
Right.
If he plays, if he plays a snap. No, not. It's weird. His props are down everywhere else. Over Lamar Jackson, 207.5.
Over Lamar Jackson passing, 207.5.
Going with Nassim Kadri over 3.5 shots on goal.
Nazem Kadri. Former first-round pick of the Leafs, traded him to Colorado for nothing.
But my next one after that is Bailey Zappi under 169.5 passing yards.
I love that. Fuck, I wanted that. Okay. Receiving yards. Let's go for Browns.
Thank you, Tim D.
Jerry Jeudy under 57.5 receiving yards.
Go Bailey Zapp under 169.5.
I already did that.
You did.
Got him. Fuck you.
Got him. Absolutely.
I thought there were dupes.
You tried to dupe. You forgot the fucking rules.
A Northern Methodist.
I thought
right
there
there
were dupes.
Northern Methodist cancer.
You go George Pickens over 66.5.
Okay. I already did Judy. It's Mark. Sorry.
Bateman under 30.5.
Oh, you just did that to stick it right in my nuts. Okay, we need this touchdown. Receptions. Fryermuth over 3.5 receptions. Easy. Okay, we got 6. Jackson Lamar, 207.5 passing yards. We took the over. Zappy, under 169.5 passing yards. Correlation here, under Judy, 57.5 receiving yards. Pickens, over 66.5 receiving yards. Rashad Bateman, this is the choke slam from Mark to me, under 30.5 receiving yards. Fryermuth, over 3.5 receptions.
Want to cut you off real fast.
Good.
This guy should DM Wiley. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out, Spaniard. You're a good Cuban. He's Cuban, by the way. Born in Cuba. Also a communist. Also a communist like me.
But also a communist like the rest of us.
So part of the Red Army.
IPT says we can start now, so we can start. All right. We got things to do. 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you, Mark. Love you. Bye-bye. Oh, I should have been ready. Would have been a good outro. Now we're ready.